Hello, ACC. We are gathered here today, March 17th, to mark the one-year anniversary of being a virtual church. It was 367 days ago, and it has been 528,480 minutes and 12 months since I have seen most of you here in our sanctuary. We do miss you, but we are happy that we are able to remain a church that is connected spiritually through love, faith, and hope. We're grateful to all of you who have been joining us for our virtual services, for our book discussions and trivia nights and programs on Zoom. We're grateful for your support, financial support, and your prayers. And we couldn't have done this, being a virtual church and being connected without our church staff working together to support the mission and ministries of our congregation. So I asked our staff to gather here in our sanctuary today to mark this one-year anniversary, but also to share a message with you. We are so grateful to all of them for their creativity, their time, their work. And it's been a different kind of work, but we adapted, we adjusted to a new reality. And we've figured out a way to be a very vibrant congregation through this year of the COVID pandemic. So thank you for supporting us and for joining us. And today you'll hear from our staff. We created a book with reflections from our church members. They were written mostly over last summer, and they have prayers and poems and reflections from some of our teenagers, some of our young people, some of our older church members. And I hope you will get one of these booklets. They will be available in about 2 weeks. And I hope you will get one of these booklets. They are actually a historical and a theological document, because I asked each person, each church member, each youth to write about what it means to be a virtual church and still be fed spiritually and find inspiration in the gospel, in the Bible, and in our faith in Jesus Christ. And I want to end my time here with you before our staff members can thank you personally with a poem that was written by Emily Stamets. So listen to these words. Living today feels like I was thrown into a pot that was slowly filled with boiling water. It feels as if I am truly alone, and my only friends lie behind a Zoom login screen. Where is God in all this chaos? It seems like He too is 6 feet away, while all our suffering continues, and the masks are still worn, and people are dying alone in hospitals, and even the strongest of us may start to feel depression creeping into our bones. But I realize that God is still here. God is there in the smiles lighting up faces, though behind a screen. God is there when people stand together, though physically apart. When parades go by on birthday of someone stuck at home. In the sweet scent of flowers left at a nurse's door in appreciation. At sewing machines where everyday people create face masks for those who need them most. With organizations raising money for those who have lost jobs and are struggling to feed their families. And in the faces of teachers working hard to educate. In the faces of doctors, nurses, essential workers, risking everything to help the community, God is still there. Even when I wonder what the world got so wrong to deserve this, I can't help but question if God really did send a pandemic, until I remember how close we all have gotten during this time, appreciating even the little things, the spring flowers, the warm sun, still being able to live another day. I remember, and I am certain, God didn't send the virus that keeps us apart. God didn't wrench us away from the ordinary, but God is sending us the power to stay together, to stay strong in the unordinary. God is still there. Amen.
1 year ago, I was on a retreat in New Hampshire with the Senior High Youth Fellowship group, SCHIF. And as a prank, I remember the kids decided to throw toilet paper on Marissa Bryant's car. We all laughed and we helped her take the toilet paper off of her car and we threw it into the recycling bin. And little did we know that a few weeks later, that toilet paper would have been worth like $1,000. And little did we know that a full year after that, we would be marking the anniversary of that date, and that we would still be wearing masks and meeting virtually, unable to gather in our sanctuary. And little did we know that we would be mourning the loss of millions and millions of lives the world over. There's no way around it. It's been a tough year. But a lot of times I hear people saying things like we lost a year or that we've had a lost year. And I look at that slideshow that we just saw and I don't see it. I was just reminded of all the joy and all of the hope and all of the spirit that was in this congregation for the past year. And I know that we did not lose a year, but we had a year filled with memories. And I stand here on this day to mark 1 year anniversary since we've been meeting online. And I'm not filled with despair. Instead, I'm filled with hope. And my spirit is bolstered by all that's gone on in this church for the last year. And so I thank all of you from the bottom of my heart for managing to persevere through these difficult times, for being the Spirit, the living Spirit of Christ in the world, for shining your light in the darkness. And I look forward to seeing you again another anniversary 1 year from today and celebrating all the great things that we've done. And I look forward to this next year with hope. So now I'd like to invite Liz up to share some thoughts with you all.
It has been a surprise to me how much the music has meant during this difficult time. Also a surprise just which music seems to travel well. More melodic, familiar, comforting, less intellectual. I am grateful to the instrumentalists and soloists for giving of their time and talent. They have dragged out their old instruments, worked up pieces, and given so generously and bravely. I want to thank the choir and Pip. It's not fun to record all alone into your phone. It's very exposed. The choir has done it faithfully. Pip has put it on GarageBand. I know many directors, and many of them have just dropped having a choir for now because they can't handle the techie part. We are most fortunate. I want to thank the tech team for their beautiful visuals, the attention to placement, lighting, and recording for balance. Many of them have come in on Saturday mornings and spent 5 hours here getting ready for the next day. I bet you didn't know that. Some churches that I know have paid thousands of dollars for one anthem. They are saving money for us and spreading God's word. And I want to thank all of you for all your generosity as we have gone through this.
So 1 year ago, I had never heard of the Acton Congregational Church. I was not a mom. I was very pregnant on getting more all the time and working at a completely different job. And a lot has happened this year for me. But I'm really happy that a lot of those things happened, even though it's in the midst of a lot of hard things. And coming here, I couldn't ask for a better place to end up. Everybody has been so welcoming and so supportive, and I do feel like I'm part of things and I belong here, even if I haven't met most of you yet. You've somehow reached through the screen and let me know that this is where I need to be. And I'm just so grateful that I have found this community to be part of and that you've welcomed me in. And I can't wait to gather with you all again. Not again, for the first time for many of you. And to introduce you to Artemis and to see how I can grow and help and serve here in this place. And I'm just so inspired by the team that has made this possible in the middle of the pandemic. As Andrew and Paolo said, this is not a church that is waiting. This is a church that is doing and being, and I'm excited to be part of it.
Hello, ACC friends. Well, it's been a long and unusual year for sure, and we really miss seeing everybody in the office. I wanted to thank everybody for all your support as we've had to navigate through many new processes and the worshiping online. Big thank you to our IT group for that. We are blessed to have them and can't thank them enough. It's hard to believe it's been a year since we shifted to the virtual way, but what I love is ACC seemed to figure out how to keep the spirit and stay connected through all of this, and we're grateful for that. I hope the weekly e-news has helped with keeping you informed and connected this past year. If you're not receiving that important email, please let the office know. That is where you'll get all your links and your updated church news. And it really is an important weekly email. So reach out if you're not receiving that. We're always happy to help. We're here for you. We miss you all. And with the vaccines becoming more available, we're hopeful and we look forward to gathering, welcoming visitors again, and getting back into our new normal. May better days be ahead. Continue to be safe, and we all hope to see you soon.
Hi, ACC. I'm Michelle. I'm the office assistant, which means I do anything from helping put together the spreadsheets for the live stream, the pandemic booklet, and I also do things like filling teeny tiny bags of ashes for Ash Wednesday. I started in September in the middle of the pandemic, so I actually haven't met a lot of you. But I actually do know quite a few of you from school. I'm sure you'll remember my many volunteer positions. And I'm sure I'll meet the rest of you someday.
Hi, this is Mandy. I'm the financial specialist here at ACC, for those of you who don't know me. I've been here 2 years, and definitely my second year has been very different. So I want to thank everyone for their support and just being there. And also, I'm really pleased to see all the contributions and pledges coming in this time especially. So don't hesitate to call me or email me if you have any financial questions, and I'm looking forward to seeing you soon.
Hello, ACC church family. I'm Mike Wilson, the facilities specialist. I've been here for 10 years now, and this past year has been a very long and difficult year, very busy year, but in a different way. I miss seeing all my friends here on Sundays, saying the hello and all the hugs. But our world has changed, and I can't wait to see you in person again. And I hope that you are all doing safe, and I hope that you are all well, and I hope to see you soon again. God bless you.